Welcome back to the channel, and this video is proudly sponsored by FS Academy, and they're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 with their all-new 30 mission training pack called Interceptor, which is designed for flying IFR like a professional and created by a real-world airline captain. This is the most authentic and immersive instrument flight experience you can get. And when you're in VR, it really feels like the instructor is right there beside you. You can learn VOR and NDB navigation, learn how to master that ILS, and put your skills to the test and go beyond your limits. It is a fantastic and rewarding experience when you learn something new in this hobby. So I'd highly recommend that you check out FS Academy, and this new range of mission packs is coming very soon for MSFS 2024. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in the Meganex Superlight 8K. And in this video, we're going to go for a full flight from this beautiful airfield here by Burning Blue Design. Just look at this. Look at the state of this beautiful scenery here. So before we go for a flight, and I'm going to talk about the Meganex and how I'm getting on with it, of course. Let's just have a little look around here in avatar mode. So this scenery package will be linked in the description below. It has all the usual incredible high fidelity you would expect from Burning Blue Design. Tons of custom objects, PBR work, full detail. They go to every airport that they make scenery for. They don't just take photographs, or well, they don't just look at photographs rather. They go to it and they like to create the ambience and the atmosphere of these airports. And let me tell you, in VR right now, look at this. It's absolutely doing that for me right now. I feel like I'm here. It's just mental. Oh, is that Martin and his Doberman dog? Hello. Just give you a bit of a pet there. Hey Martin, good to see you, buddy. Look at these beautiful aircraft here. No expense is spared when it comes to creating the best scenery. And Burning Blue Design, they are absolutely the masters at it. They really are. Oh, hang on. Who's this unlikely fellow here? Looking lost as usual. Let me just check. I recognise this guy. Wait a minute. Ah, fantastic. Always an honour. Thank you, Adam and Mike, for including me in this scenery. It really means a lot. It looks so good. I just can't believe I literally could just do the whole video of looking around this airport, quite honestly. But let's just not dilly-dally, in the famous words of Hudson. Great YouTuber, by the way. I'll have his channel linked in the description below. Let's get to our aircraft here. So I'm getting, and look at the details, running high-end VR settings, the high-end preset. With DLSS 4, I'm getting bang on 45 frames per second. So after my first impressions video, which thank you to everyone who commented and engaged with their thoughts on the channel. This is what we're flying today, by the way. The epic A2A Comanche. So yeah, it's been an interesting sort of couple of days, and after that video I flew for 3 hours straight, which I don't think I've ever done in a VR headset before, not as long as that on my first go, you know, but I flew for 3 hours straight, messing around. I went into IL2, that video might be already on the channel, DCS, and I also flew, this is not a game, this is a sim. I also had a mess around in MSFS 2024 as well. And yeah, I came out of it and I said to Melissa, do I have any marks on my face from being in VR for 3 hours, and she said no, nothing at all, which I think is testament to the design and comfort of the Meganex. As you can see here on the camera, it does look bloody good, doesn't it? So now I need to get into the aircraft and I need to press Shift and C. So I need to go into the mixed reality pass-through mode of the Meganex, which is, by the way, human eye resolution. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's the best pass-through I've ever seen in my life. Amazing. Right, let's just center here. It's Shift, I think. There it is. So we'll go for a flight, and straight away, look, my mouse is not working because I need to go back into the menu because MSFS 2024 VR is annoying. Go back out, and suddenly it's working again. And I'm running the beta at the moment as well. Annoying. So I am actually running one base station, but it's a bit close to me because I'm using my motion rig, so there might be a little bit of jitter every now and then. If that's the case, that's just because the base station isn't in the correct position. Like now, it's moving around a bit. So what we'll do is we'll get this engine started. I won't bore you with that because I've done this many times with the Comanche, and I'll see you at the end of the runway, and I'll talk more about this incredible little VR headset. See you in a bit. Okie dokie, so welcome back. We've now warmed up the engine, and yeah, just an amazing job as always by Bird in Blue Design. Just love their work, and I'm just so glad. Look at the slope here of this runway. Wow, you probably won't see that in VR, but yeah, interesting how it's got a huge sort of slope downwards. So we're going to go for a flight from Fishburne, and we're going to head up the coast to Scarborough on the east coast, and then fly into Humberside in what is possibly the greatest general aviation aircraft ever made to date, and possibly the best VR headset ever made. Well, I say that because it depends on what you want from a VR headset, and that neatly gets me into talking about the Meganex. So this is my favourite headset now, and I don't say that every time I get a new VR headset, guys. I really don't. The last time I said that was actually the Somnium VR1, and it took me a while to get to that stage of saying that was my favourite headset, simply because of the weight, which I've now got dialed in, but it's still a big headset. And in many ways, the Somnium VR1 is a better headset than this, but this is just my own personal opinion of what I want from a VR headset in 2025, and that is Micro-OLED, insane clarity with high resolution, amazing form factor, and amazing lenses. Really, that's all I'm asking for at the moment with the current state of technology. That is what I want, and that is what this is for me. It also has an amazing microphone, by the way, as you can hear. Right, anyway, here we go then. She sounds a little bit on the rough side. Probably should have cleaned the spark plugs out before. It's too late now, we're rolling, we've committed. Look at this, the undulations here, and it's quite bumpy. Oh, a little bit of stutter there, but we're okay. And we are airborne. Feels weird flying with no force feedback. I'm so used to it now. Proper spoiled I am, really am. I know I am, guys. I am spoiled with the best technology that we have for flight simming. I feel very lucky to be able to test all this stuff for you, I really do. Look at this scenery here, beautiful. So yeah, for me, this headset ticks the boxes that I really have craved for a long time, because I love OLED. I am an OLED snob. There's no denying that, you know. And I've said this for many years, guys. I don't know if you know, if you've watched my content for a long time, I've always wanted Micro-OLED, or just OLED in general, because I didn't really understand Micro-OLED back in the early days. I didn't know that existed until now. But yeah, Micro-OLED with super sharp, really sharp visuals, like 4K per eye visuals, and then pair that with great lenses. But the thing is, this headset is far from perfect, and it's a bit like a focused little sports car. What it does amazingly well, but it has compromises. And in fact, every single VR headset on the market today has compromises. The compromises of the Meganex that I'm learning very quickly about is the field of view. It is small, guys, it is. I've measured it now. I'm getting 94 to 95 degrees horizontal, which is tiny, guys. That is a small field of view. Horizontal wise though, I'm getting a lot more, about 100 or just under 100, about 98, 99, give or take a few degrees. And that's with the headset really close to my eyeballs, but not completely to the edge, because I find that there's a little bit of distortion if I have it like super close. Also, I think this is worth noting that my IPD is 65, but I've got this set to 66. I even tried 67, which does obviously increase the field of view a little bit. And for me personally, your mileage might vary. I find because the sweet spot is pretty damn big, and you can adjust the diopters as well to really fine tune your image, I find I can work with that. And I actually did 3 hours at 67 IPD, which I wouldn't really recommend generally speaking, but I was fine, and I didn't experience any eye strain. Look at this, look. Beautiful English countryside here in the Comanche. And by the way, we're now getting 55 frames per second, just thought I'd put that in there. Especially as some of the comments on my last video were from people saying that apparently I need a GPU from the future to run this. Well, clearly I don't. I'm getting 50 frames per second in 2024 using DLSS 4, set to balanced as well. And it looks pretty damn good. In fact, it looks friggin' amazing. It's the Meganex, for God's sake. It looks so friggin' good. God, I love it. I absolutely love the fact that we have a headset this small with OLED technology. And in many ways, I love the simplicity of it as well. The fact it's just a unapologetically high resolution Micro-OLED PC VR headset. Job done. I did say that about the big screen beyond, and that what let it down was the glare. This does not have glare. I mean, it has some glare, don't get me wrong, it's not free from glare, but this does not bother me. In fact, I've got no glare at the moment. That's why I said what I just said, because there is literally no glare in this scene at all. But there will be glare in certain scenarios, of course. But this, zero glare. And in the big screen beyond, I would get a lot of glare even in this scene here. If you're wondering, guys, by the way, this is not real world weather, because the UK has just had some awful, drab, depressing, cloudy weather now for ages. And I just needed to see a bit of sunshine. That reminds me, let's talk about brightness. So, that is another limitation of this headset. Absolutely, without a doubt. This is not a bright headset, really. I mean, it's bright enough for me. Again, it doesn't bother me so much, but coming from something like the Somnium VR1, which is a terrible example because I suppose, that headset is currently the brightest headset out there right now. It is a shocker. But let's say you're coming from a Pimax Crystal. Now, that's an interesting one, because even though the Crystal is definitely brighter than this, there is a caveat to that, and that is local dimming. If you have local dimming on with the Crystal, and why wouldn't you? It works really well. It does have an effect on the display brightness, and it does lower it. It's still brighter than this though, but it's not like a massive difference or anything. I personally feel that this is fine. It is fine and it's bright enough for me. However, now that I've had the headset for a couple of days, I think the big screen beyond is brighter than this. It is a bit brighter. When you go overdrive mode and you can hear that little fan, definitely it is brighter. Again, not by a massive amount, but quite simply, if field of view or brightness, or either one of those things, is a massive priority for you, this won't be the headset for you. It won't be, not at all. Because, of course, it has a lot lower brightness and it has a lot lower field of view than many headsets out there. But isn't it funny that even though it has those shortcomings, this is still my favourite headset? And it was instantly. This is the crazy thing. I don't think I've ever said that in my first impressions video. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure I haven't. Trying the headset for the first time. Is that Flamborough Head? Possibly? Quite sure. No, it won't be yet, will it? Because we haven't gone past Scarborough. In fact, that's coming up. Unless it's not in the flight plan, because MSFS 2024 does funky things. Yeah, it's missed it out, look. It's missed out Scarborough, so I'm a little bit lost where I am right now, but never mind. We're on the East Coast, that's all that matters. You know, it just doesn't bother me, and yeah, I can't believe that I never expected to say that this went straight to my number one favourite headset. I am going to use this, guys, as my daily driver now. Definitely. Although, there is a caveat to that as well, and that is there's a new VR headset coming. I haven't tried it yet at the time of this recording, but it is on its way right now. I'm going to be showing that in about a week's time. I've never known a time like this, guys, on the channel. It's just berserk. I love the fact that PC VR is very much alive and kicking, and if you're a flight simmer or a racing simmer, or you just love PC VR and you're into simulation, this is the golden years right here. It's never been this good. You've got Meganex producing this just glorious headset, this gem of a headset. You've got other manufacturers doing stuff, which I'm going to show you soon. You've got Pimax with their Crystal Light, the Crystal Super, which I'm going to show very soon as well. I say soon, it's going to be March, but that's not far away now. You know, you've got flight sims such as 2024, DCS World, IL2. It is just an insane time, guys, and I absolutely love it. I really do. It's just mega. What a time to be alive, guys. What a time. With all the crap going on in the world, it's great that we've got so much to look forward to in this sort of little nerdy hobby that we all love. And yes, I know that this headset is pretty expensive, but please just put this into context. There's people out there that will spend twice as much as this on their triple monitor setup or a 4K OLED monitor, you know? Hobbies generally are quite expensive, but this, for what this is offering you, I am inside this Comanche right now. I am in this plane. Even though I'm not in my motion rig, I am fully immersed because I can read all those gauges beautifully clear. I've got this really nice binocular overlap. I can move I'm trying to be careful the way I'm moving my head, but I can move it around very, very easily. It just doesn't feel like I've got a headset on. It feels like I've got a pair of glasses on my head. Right, here we go. Is this Scarborough or Whitby? I think this is Whitby, actually, because I think that's the Abbey. haven't been to Whitby for a while. It is a beautiful seaside town with the best fish and chips. Yeah, this is Whitby. Look at that. Oh, you know what? This is actually the smoothest I've seen MSFS 2024 run. This is really smooth. I'm using the beta at the moment. Let's just have a really good look here at this abbey. Oh, look at this stitching there on this Comanche. It looks so gorgeous. 55 frames per second here. Yep, still 55. I should have had an overlay so you can see. I'm not lying, guys. That is literally at the moment 55, 52, 51. I'm getting lower. Makes sense because of all the really, really detailed trees. Still at 52, 50, 51 frames per second. Really nice and low. That's mega. Meganex, in fact. It's just look at the way I am, guys. I'm smiling my head off here. I love this so much. This is frigging brilliant. I'm so happy that we've got headsets like this coming out. Now, just to warn you folks, because I keep forgetting to sort of tell you that I've got an affiliate link. Because, I mean, you don't have to use it, guys. It's no pressure. I'm not bothered if you use it or not. But if you want to support the channel, and there's been quite a few of you that's used my affiliate link, so really thank you so much. But there is limited supply left of the Meganex. It may even be out of stock by now. Basically, they've almost sold out. So again, with respect, guys, to those of you out there that are like, this is too expensive, no way am I buying that, it's not going to do very well, you're wrong. People want a headset like this, and there are people out there that can clearly afford it. You know, there are also headsets out there that are amazing and don't cost as much as this, such as the Quest 3. Shown it on the channel a lot. We've got another video out actually coming soon with the Quest 3. But this is a totally different level of VR, guys. This is really super high-end, amazing VR. It really is. And I'm so glad it's here. Wow, just so nice, guys. Just look at this. That's super detailed, that. See there, the water glistening. Oh, hang on a minute. It has added our waypoint in. That is Scarborough. Right, we'll fly over Scarborough. But I can see it up ahead already. We'll fly over that massive hotel. And then we'll head into Humberside. So folks, welcome to Scarborough. There's the massive hotel there. And we'll just, got to be careful here, I'm going a little bit quick. We'll just do a lap here over this beautiful landscape. Oh, look at this. Wow. Lots of wows coming away, folks. Wow, wow, wow. You even see the rocks there and stuff. It's amazing, isn't it? All the cars. I'm presuming this was taken, this photogrammetry taken when it was summertime. Another thing I want to mention actually that I've noticed with this headset, and I've no idea why this is the case, but it seems to, I don't know, handle frame rate better, in the sense that it just feels smoother, even at lower frame rate. But I'm literally getting 50 frames per second here, guys, with a 4090. God, and then I keep thinking to myself, I'm going to get a 5090 like next week. I can't imagine what this is going to be like. Because even if this is like 30 to 40% more performance, because this is high resolution VR, and the 5090 is really stretching its legs once you get high resolution in the mix because of the extra VRAM. I think that's going to bump this up to, well, I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? Let me know in the comments below. 65, 70 frames per second. You guys in the comments that keep saying, oh, you needed 60, 90 to run this. You're wrong. What I was going to say, you're wrong. Oh dear. So, Robin Hood's Bay is around here somewhere. Look at the detail here on the ortho imagery. This is really smooth, this. And, you know, I don't even really feel like I need any more FPS than this. This 50 odd frames per second just feels really smooth. Now, I don't know if this headset supports motion smoothing with Steam VR. That is something I'm going to check out next. But honestly, I would prefer it the way it is right now, because this feels amazingly smooth as I'm flying low to the ground here. Yeah, this feels great. This is running really well. I think maybe part of that is because of the low field of view. It's not rendering so many pixels as, you know, say the VR1, which, I mean, what a headset that is. It's epic, but with that field of view, you're rendering a lot more, and that definitely has a cost. Talking of the Somnium VR1 briefly, there is a new update out for it. It's in beta at the moment, which is going to provide 72 Hz and a few others as well. It also has a new OpenXR runtime architecture, which is, R2A said to me, 30 to 40% better performance. So I'm thinking to myself, 50-90, 30 or 40% performance boost. Somnium VR1, new OpenXR runtime, 30% or so performance. That's sounding pretty damn tasteful, don't you think? Anyway, that was just a random thought, because obviously this is about the Meganex, but hey, this channel's about all things VR. And I do have a crazy amount of VR headsets now. I might have to have a car boot sale soon outside my house. Because I'm starting to run out of space. And that's going to get worse soon. I'm not going to say any more, but that might get worse. I might have to give up my motion rig, folks. But one of the things that I don't like about the Meganex, well, I've only had the headset for a couple of days so far, but as I'm assimilating my thoughts on this, I think the big thing that I'm most disappointed with is the fact this doesn't have eye tracking. Oh, if this had eye tracking, holy crap. That would have been amazing, really. I mean, I appreciate, though, that that would add some weight to the headset, I presume, and extra cost. Because, make no mistake, this panel right here is what you're really paying for. It's very expensive. There's not many of them out there. You can't buy these panels in bulk, really. And these are the new BOE panels as well. And not only that, I've got a feeling Shiftall are being very picky with what panels they pick for their VR headsets, because I have never seen, I have never seen a clearer image than that. When it comes to looking at that sky, and if you want to test a VR headset, test its display and look at something like that. That's a perfect example. That is a pure sort of white, bluish background, a uniform colour palette that would pick out any dead pixels, any screen door effect, any mirror, and it's just not there. Just can't see any pixels at all. I can't see any sort of issues with Mura, any sort of little lines or any inconsistencies. Can't see any of that. I don't see any chromatic aberration either. And I think that's what the core of this headset is for me. It's a very very nice display on the eyes. It's comfortable and it just feels right. I do feel that this is quite a generational leap when it, you know, in terms of panel technology. This is without question, the best panel I've ever seen. That includes everything I've seen. Even the stuff that I can't talk about. Even the stuff that's not for sale for the general consumer. So far. I'm trying to imagine what this would look like if this field of view was, say, 150 degrees with a brighter display. But we're not there yet, folks, and that's 3 years or more away. And I think if you want to be an early adopter of this particular technology, you have to sacrifice some of those other things, particularly field of view. Now, this is going to be interesting to see what this headset's like in DCS world. Do you really need eye tracking with this? Do you need DFR? Could this run at 90 frames per second with a 5090, for example? And I do believe OpenXR support is going to, you know, be on their roadmap for this headset as well. Anyway, welcome to Hull, which is very dull. I think the best thing about Hull is you can go to an aquarium which is called the Deep, which is very cool. Pardon the pun. Oh dear. I think this cough is making me delirious. But I've still got a bit of a chesty cough, guys, so apologies if I'm a little bit croaky. But yeah, this is really, really smooth. I almost feel like this is MSFS 2020 in terms of performance. Very, very nice indeed. That's the Humber Bridge over there. You probably can't see that on the VR image. But I must say this has been a very enjoyable flight. Author imagery is looking on point today. I went to Mablethorpe yesterday. Haven't been for a while. Went in the car and it was 3 degrees, but it was fantastic. There's something about going to the coast off season and having fish and chips and then just getting back in your warm car again, putting your heated seat on and driving home. Oh, it was a great day yesterday. Really enjoyed that. Sometimes it's the simple things in life. And then as soon as I got back home, I was like, do you mind, Melissa, if I go back in the Meganex? And she's very relaxed. And yeah, I spent about 2 hours in it. In fact, I need to get Melissa in this, see what she thinks. Right, let's get the gear out. I'm coming for a landing. Talking of Melissa, she's just come back home. Oh, this is so friggin' wild, guys. I love this. It's so funny because in my first impressions video, I think I said holy shit balls. I've never said that in my life. I don't even know where that came from. But it's just what happens, guys, when you have a first impression for something, and that's why I love showing you my raw reaction to something, because you don't get that back. I can hear Melissa telling Monty off for woofing because she's back now. And Monty, as you've seen, Monty's also a fan of the Meganex, as you can see from this picture. Weirdly, it fits his head perfect. Right, folks, we're now on short finals to Humberside. Thank you for watching, as always. I really appreciate it. Lots of subscribers to the channel recently. Really means a lot. We've now gone down to 48 frames per second at the moment. Feeling good on finals here. The Comanche, what a marvel. And enjoying my time again with the alpha yoke, you know, a little bit sensitive on the pitch. I'm used to a bit more travel, but no, it's a very nice yoke this for the money. There we go, bit of a bounce. See there how the sunshade also is vibrating as we touch down. Very nice touch. So that will do for now, folks. More Meganex content. Let me know what you'd like to see. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Take care, and bye for now.